Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 243 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. I brought a little friend with me to share the importance of step 6 with respect to confidence growth of our growing process. Step 6, of course, is never quit. Never give up. Never stop trying to create the life you want and reach the goals that you've set for yourself. We're going to share 3 ways to do that, as well as in guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page is Amber's story continued. She's got a 5-step process to make sure that you don't quit, that you don't give up. But I think one of the most important parts of that step is actually it's a 6-step process. Let me see. 6-step process. And the 6th step is to never quit, never give up, never stop. Going for what it is that you want in your life and for your goals. And that reminds me of our cars. Most of you listening probably have a driver's license, drive a car, own a car, or ride in a car on some frequency. I do not drive anymore because of my vision, but I drove a car for, I don't know, 50 some years. And that's not right. I'm not that old. So let's say, well, almost 50 years. 50 years next year, I'll have been driving because I had driver's ed when I was 15. So in our cars, with our cars, and almost several times a year, let's say, we had a bunch of vehicles in my family, right? So pretty much every other month, one of those cars would need some kind of a repair or some kind of a fix. You know, somebody get a flat tire, somebody get stuck in the ditch and have to get, in the snow or something and have to get pulled out by AAA. AAA is a great thing, in my humble opinion, by the way. But just because you have a flat tire, you don't just leave your car along the roadside and then get a new one, right? Well, just like our goals, just because you have a little stumbling block or a little setback doesn't mean you give up on your goals, throw away the car, throw away the goal, and not pursue it, not continue to pursue it. And I have found over decades of setting and working on and achieving goals that the most important component of that is your absolute positive commitment to achieving that goal or objective. You telling yourself that it is non-negotiable for you to achieve that end result. Now, the way you get there is going to change. It's like having a business plan. You write a business plan, it's pretty much obsolete as soon as you print it out of the printer. But the same is true of our goals and how we're going to get there. The journey is just as important as achieving the goal and objective. It's who we become along the way that matters. And if we keep that in mind, and if we use our setbacks as fuel to keep us moving forward and to do the next thing, then we're not going to quit. But it begins with our commitment, our non-negotiable commitment to ourselves. And I say this a lot to people when we're talking in just conversations and one-on-one coaching, is you can fool other people some of the time. You can fool some of the people all the time. You can fool other people some of the time, but you can never really fool yourself. Our subconscious, our mind, records everything that happens in our lives through all of our senses, and it stores it in our brain. And at the most inopportune times, the stuff we don't want to come up often comes up, usually to show us a lesson that we forgot to learn along the way. And so one of the most important things we can do is keep our word to ourselves. If we decide what our identity is, and our identity is that we keep our word to ourselves always, if we do what we say we're going to do, if we commit to something and then we follow through on that, every time we do that, it reinforces that belief. Every time we give ourselves leeway or lax or let ourselves off the hook or quit doing something, that feeds the other side of that equation. And so we're always in this constant struggle between being ourselves, doing what's right, and what other people think we should do. And the truth is, it doesn't matter what other people think we should do. It matters what we believe is right for us, what we think we should do, what we want in our lives, and that we commit to that and go for it. Another strategy I use when I'm having a hard time, or I've just had a setback, or I've tried to do a big thing and it flopped, is to remind myself of why I want that goal. Why do I want to be more confident? Why do I want to show up as a better human being in the world? What's in it for me, and what's in it for the world for me to be the best possible version of myself? And it reminds me of my cup today. No one is you, and that is your superpower. There's only one you, and only you can be you and a better, continually improving version of yourself. And so that's what we're going to choose to do today. So I would like you, and you don't have to share it, to make a 1 or 2 sentence statement to yourself. Write it in your book. I'm going to write mine in my book, committing to yourself that you're going to achieve the confidence goal that you set for yourself during this process. No matter what, no matter how long it takes, even if it's past the date and the deadline that you've set for your goal, you're going to change the date. You can always change the date, right? We can always change the methods that we're going to use to get to that goal and objective. But if we give up on it, if we have a couple of little challenges or some things we try don't work out the way we thought they would, we give ourselves an excuse to quit. And that's just not an option as part of our growing process. If we want to grow and become a better version of ourselves, then we have to be willing to face those challenges, learn from them, and then do the next right thing. Try the next thing. All right, that's all I've got today. Action item, write down your absolute non-negotiable commitment to yourself. And if you need a little more fuel, write down, do the 7 why exercise. We did it not too long ago. Do it for this particular confidence goal and use that as motivation to keep yourself moving forward until you achieve your goal. All right, have an awesome day. Any questions, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow for step 7 of our growing process. And then we're going to move into a whole new month of focus for September. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll be with you tomorrow.